Oh, fuck.
Они ничего не чувствуют.
I was finally able
Сны
to. I just
снятся
looked down. I'm
людям,
like, oh,
и
50K.
снятся даже собакам.
Well, that's 2 in
Ты
one
всего лишь
day.
машина.
You and So got it.
Только имитация
Hell
жизни.
yeah.
Робот сочинит симфонию.
You know what's funny too? You know the ironic part of all this? You fucking helped me. You helped me make it. Like, that's the ironic part. I was like, yo, can you help? Oh, fucking D&D covered it up. Boo. That's funny. Oh, look at that. Sheesh. The VIP in the gang. Founder VIP. Damn! Alright, Shen, I'm ready.
Wonderful. Was not playing. Boop. Oh, jeez. Oh, amazing. Man, I hope my power doesn't go out again.
Yeah, why don't you write down everything on a piece of paper real quick, and then I'll let you know if we hit that point or not.
So, who wants to do the recap?
You do the recap.
I did it last time.
Did you do the recap last time?
We're just sailing along. Everything was handy dandy. We started the sessions with some combat. We've gotten attacked by a giant catfish sorcerer and a bunch of probably undead coral lackeys. And they would try to eat Jackson.
They did eat me.
And then a dragon turtle showed up. I wonder why. And basically totaled our ship. We do not have insurance, I think. We're fucked. Financially and probably literally.
I'm just gonna literally fuck us. And that's dramatic music and fucking storms that Chen has put for this campaign.
Well, that storm is just all natural, so shout out to God for that one.
Thanks, God.
Thank you. You always were my favorite folky artist. Anywho, so yes, we are going to start the campaign, start the session with all of you split up into different places. So what I would like to do to decide who goes first is if each of you could roll a D100 for me.
Can I go a second at least? Because I have to grab food in a minute here.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
Since you got the highest, I'll let you can either go last or after Riku.
I'll just go after Rika then.
Oh,
Wow.
Riku.
Yeah.
So the last thing you remember was a wave of boiling hot water crashing into you and sending you through the back of your ship. You are unconscious before you even hit the cold water, which is why it's a little bit of a surprise when you wake up on fiery hot rocks.
Like, what color are these rocks?
You sort of look down just to see where you are. You are laid atop a stone dais with some sort of carvings across its surface. You can't tell. Your body is covering most of it. You hear someone standing over you clear their throat.
I stand up really quick and look at who cleared their throat and get into like a defensive pose.
You see a darker skinned man with curly black hair that sort of falls aside over his shoulders and down his back, dressed in a robe. I say robe, it's really just a shoulder piece and then a waistcloth, no pants, no real like chest covering at all,
Hey, no
of
pants.
this these gold orange feathers and this elaborate matching headdress. He's just sort of staring at you with an arched eyebrow, and,
Um,
and you see he turns and looks up, sitting atop a probably 20-foot tall staircase. You see a similarly dressed woman, but similarly dressed, but far more elaborate. The headdress features this golden sort of sun-like halo coming up, like a good foot or so over the top of their head. The shoulder piece extends into large, extravagant wings. No bottom piece, just sort of uh, cords of leather and beads. And she sort of eyes you a little bit, and you hear a voice in your head, a voice you haven't heard in a little while. Um, you recognize the voice, but you don't recall the face because this guy's probably had about 10 or 20 different faces in the time you've known him.
ah, shit.
You hear a voice go, "Keep it cool. Don't freak out. I got this." You see the woman nods to the man, who nods back, turns around, extends his arms outwards. A set of 4 warrior-looking fellas with these sort of club-like clubs with jagged pieces of obsidian embedded in them smack their clubs against the ground, get up, and walk out of the room. After a moment, the man follows, uh, closing the door behind him, and you are left with this woman in a moment of silence.
Man, I was so prepared to like whip out the accordion, start doing a little jig so people wouldn't attack me. uh,
You see the woman rises up, slowly comes down the stairs, puts her hands on your shoulders, and starts violently shaking you. Eris, I am in such deep shit!
Vit, Vit,
You.
Vit, stop shaking me. You're gonna give me shaky bird syndrome.
They
Stop it.
let go of you. Okay. I may have fucked up.
Hmm, that's nothing new. You
All
always fuck
right.
up.
All right, you see, they take a sort of sassy stance, very unfitting for this regal priest-like body they're wearing. All right, bitch, if you're gonna be like that, I can just bring the guys back in here and they can fucking cook you like they were gonna do.
You were gonna cook me? I was
Yes, they were
already
gonna cook
almost
you,
cooked.
giant bird.
But I'm a humanoid
They
bird.
thought you were just food. I convinced them not to cook you. I convinced them that you were the fucking avatar of their weird sun bird god.
Oh, so you're now gonna force me to be a part of this cult?
Yes, obviously.
Cool. Thanks.
Obviously.
You know,
All right.
we could. Wait, Vit, you're in a good spot here.
Mm-hmm.
These people,
No, I
they
am
they
not.
got like precious ores or anything.
I am dangling by a thread here.
I've always been the better talker
I
of
need.
us.
Okay, wrong. Secondly, I have been playing the deadliest. Okay, so this. Okay, guess who this is? You see, they motion towards their whole body.
Um, hmm, goddess of death,
No, not a goddess. Bit low. This is their. I guess it's like their
priestess of
high
death.
priestess or something. I think fire. I think fire seems their whole deal, like the
Why?
sun.
Why did you kill her or something?
No,
Okay.
she fucking got so. Oh god. So what will you do? How'd you get here? Huh? Before I
Uh,
go into my deal,
uh, you remember what my one-handed friend, right?
I'm gonna make them do a history check.
I don't think I was one-handed when they met me.
I might have seen you when we saw the troop. I don't know if he was
Oh,
still there or not.
Who?
10? No.
Oh.
Oop.
You remember the people that like I went off to go adventuring and stuff?
Yeah, sure.
One of them has a hit on them from a dragon turtle, and I was this close to being dead. She holds up three feathers, three feathered clawed fingers. Three. I was this close, this close to dead, like super dead.
How do you know how do you piss off a dragon turtle?
I don't know. He's very talented and stuff like that. I honestly don't know.
Oh my god.
He's really good at fishing though and cooking.
That's way simpler than my story. I just washed up here. There was this huge fuck off storm out at sea. I was sailing with this fucking captain guy. I don't even remember his name. Dude was a fucking douche. We washed up on the island, and these fucking guys, and you see they sort of wave all around them. I don't know how long they've been here, but they started fucking attacking us. Killed half the other guys, took me prisoner. And then they let us out to fight a fucking basilisk.
That's cool.
It was not cool. It sucked.
It's kind of cool.
It sucked a lot. It
That's
sucked
kinda
the whole
cool. Yeah,
freaking.
that's
It
kinda
was not cool. It was not cool. Everybody either died or got turned to a statue, including this lady. And I've just been posing as her ever since. Problem is, I never heard her talk. So I haven't been able to say shit for a week.
For a week. Oh yeah, you are a talkative little shit.
I've just
Probably
been
hurts
playing
you.
the world's deadliest game of charades for a week.
I mean, does a high priestess really need to talk?
It certainly makes it easier.
Nah.
Alright.
So where the fuck are we though?
We are on some fucking group of islands. I've heard someone refer to it as the Fated Isles. I don't know what that means.
Would I know it at all?
You could make a history check.
Yeah.
Not ringing a bell.
There's some islands.
Nope. I
Oh.
don't know. Listen. So I'm like pretty sure. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I lie. I'm not pretty sure at anything. I don't know what I'm gonna do. You gotta help me.
Okay. This is some Road to El Dorado bullshit, but
I don't have context for that.
totally okay with doing it. Let's do this. But first we have to like extort something from them. You said I was like their god or something, right?
No, I made you seem like a divine messenger or like an omen.
I could.
I think.
Oh, you know what?
I didn't finish my course in Elven.
How do they do that without talking?
How do they what?
How did they do that without talking?
What would you like to know?
Weather boy. Yeah, that-
To be fair, in a religious connotation, you can get away with a fair amount just by like looks and hand waves.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is that right? Take that one to the bank?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I believe you.
You don't know these guys?
Gosh, how long has it been since? Wait, no, she got knocked out, so
You have no
I
clue.
wouldn't have it. I was thinking like because before got knocked out, I had the fire breath thing.
That would definitely be gone.
I was looking at it. But
if
I
you want, you can make a history check on these guys.
will do that. Yeah.
It's not too high. You recognize the general motifs. These are sun elves. You know they have some sort of like more official name that they prefer, but you're not sure what it is. They are a very strict sort of religious society that mostly exists on like the fringes of societies. You know, they have a city somewhere near Narima Mon. They have another city near Nanander, but that's really all you know.
Well, I want to do see if I can get one of my College of Spirits things. See what story I can put in my head.
Go for it.
To try to like help see if I can help with this at all. I'll post in this tidbit of it. It's Tale of the Traveler.
Ooh.
Zoom passive. Um, I'll just it's not gonna help me right now. But there's thing. So we're on top of a hill.
So you are in a stone room. In front of there is the dais behind you, which as you turn around, you see it's covered in a number of like runes and iconography, typical of like Sun Elf. Seems just like none of it has any real meaning to you. It's a probably about 50 by 50 foot room. There's a door behind you, and then there's a small dais up, or there's a staircase leading up to the throne that Vith was sitting on, and a couple of windows here and there. Not like super decorated. Seems just like a ceremonial room of some sort.
Okay. I'm looking up invisibility real quick because my instrument of the bards has invisibility as a only use it. So invisibility. I don't know if they be able to carry me.
Huh?
Carry me.
What?
Carry
Why?
me. Carry
Why?
me. Carry me.
Explain.
Do it, bitch.
Why?
Just
Make a
listen.
persuasion check.
Oh yeah, you want me to make a persuasion check?
Ah, but she has such weak cleric arms. You see,
I am-
Vith begrudgingly picks you up.
I am barely 5 feet. And I'm bird. Okay.
He has hollow bones. How heavy could she be?
I'm gonna give him Tale of the Traveler. So temporary hit points equal my bardic die plus my bard level. Five.
Okay.
6 AC. Speed increases by 10. And I'm gonna use that invisibility thing because it says that if whatever they're holding to.
No.
No? No?
You cannot target two separate creatures
Oh no, I
by
was
being
trying-
in the other ones are. Or are you saying they're just gonna? What are you going for here? You're turning them invisible. You're turning yourself invisible.
turning them invisible.
Okay.
creature you touch becomes invisible until the spell ends. Anything the target is wearing or carrying is as long as it targets person. So would that count Eris too?
No.
Damn it. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Okay, so are we in the center of the town? I want to like. Can I? Are there like stone windows?
He carries you over to. They carry you over to one of the windows. You see, it seems like this is a very like tall, sort of pyramid-like structure. It looks like there's a number of either houses or just rooms on the layers underneath you. You are positioned within the center of a decently sized lake. You see there are a couple of smaller buildings or houses all positioned around this area. So you're kind of in a town, more like an outpost. See a couple people sort of moving about. There's these like raised pillars coming up through the water that you see people just like climbing on.
You know, the cool thing is that I can fly and you can't. She's gonna try to hop out the window.
I can probably convince them to just murder you, Eris.
They don't look like they have any. Do they have any bows and arrows?
Yes.
Why don't you just run away? Just run away.
Where would I go?
Carry me and let's
Where
run
would
away.
I go? Where would I go?
mean, we're just in the middle of the lake. We just get
You
the fuck
don't
out of here.
know what's out there.
Yeah,
Eris?
but okay.
There's
Iggy.
turtle cultists. There's like, I'm pretty sure there's like 2 fucking pirate lords. There's some undead guy with a creepy sword in his chest somewhere.
That's pretty cool.
It's
don't
yeah,
like that
honestly,
sword.
it's kind of rad. There's turtle cultists.
You know what? I think we could do something. Okay. You're gonna have to play along with it, okay?
Okay.
We're gonna convince them. We're gonna convince them that I am a token of good luck and the voice of you.
Okay.
Yeah. And then at night, get the fuck out of here. Do they have any boats? Do I see any boats?
So they had a couple. Seems like anybody who tries to leave just can't.
Just can't.
Just can't.
Like what happens? They burst into flames.
Bunch
they
of shit. The
jump off.
dragon turtle shows up, storms happen, waves happen. Some dude got hit by a meteor.
Okay. Could say I'm bad luck in that you have to take me outside of the village to get rid. Because if I get killed here, then the city will get destroyed.
But then I'd have to come back, right?
No, you won't. No, you don't. You take me out of here.
Uh-huh.
Get out of here without getting like somehow
But
stopped.
again, I'm their high priestess, so if I go and don't come back, they're gonna go looking for me, right?
You can fucking change how you look.
And then what?
And then we just skedaddle and get the fuck out of here, Adoodle.
Make another persuasion check.
Another persuasion.
Yeah, sure. I guess we could try that.
And yeah, look, we can get out of this. It's fine. It's fine.
But then what?
And
Then we're just stuck on these islands with a bunch of shit that'll probably kill us.
I can. We can make like a little skit or something, raft, and at least get away from this island.
I saw like at least 3 galleons get sunk. I don't think a skiff's gonna do it.
The galleons are pretty big. Gifts are pretty.
They're
You
pretty
might be able
big
to slip
because
by.
you need to be big in the ocean.
Okay. I'm not the one that dug themselves in this way. You are.
Fucking. What's your big plan then, huh?
What's my big plan then? Fly away?
Try it.
Try it? Okay.
Try it.
Okay.
No, wait, don't actually. No, wait, don't, please.
Okay. Yeah, fine. I would have stepped
Please
onto the windowsill.
Please don't. I need it. Please,
Yeah.
Paris. Please don't do this.
Mhm.
Please, dude.
Get on your knees and beg.
Here's an idea. What you said you got. Where are your friends? Are your friends around?
That's a good question. I don't fucking know.
Okay, great. So, what if we found them and then maybe we went and killed that basilisk and then we unfroze the high priestess because she seemed to maybe know what's going on.
Yeah.
And maybe if we unfreeze her, she won't murder me for impersonating her. Maybe.
Could do that. Well, have you seen a one-handed furball or a giant lady with a cannon?
I've seen a giant lady with an anchor.
Oh, that's hot. But cannon.
No.
Okay. Have you heard anyone like?
No.
Cool. My friends aren't
I've mostly
here.
been in here. You see these sort of gestures to the room.
Would I be able to carry him if I flew?
Make a strength check. No, not while flying.
Damn. Well, we had to do something. Let's convince them that I'm not. I don't need to be killed, and that, yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's
Uh,
all on you. I can't talk.
Can't talk.
I can't say shit because they'll know.
So cool thing is that I'm not prepared to comprehend their language, and I don't know Elven. I could speak air. Start speaking the Auran language.
I don't so. I have tongues.
You have tongues?
I have tongues.
Ew, that's gross.
No, it's a gross. It's a spell. Lets you speak any language.
Okay, how long does it last?
About an hour.
Okay. Hit me with it. I got this.
You see, they wave their hand and cast tongues on you.
Call them back.
How? I'm gonna be honest, I haven't really called for anybody. I've just kind of been sitting in here, and they come and give me food sometimes.
Okay. Well, okay, we'll do this then. Eris hops down from the windowsill, hooks her arm with Vitz, and just starts walking towards the door.
All right. You start walking towards the door. It opens with relative ease. Outside, you see the robed man who sort of turns as the two of you emerge, eyes both of you mysteriously. Is everything all right?
Of course. I had to tell our priestess here that I am sent from the gods. A good luck charm for your people.
Make a deception check, and Vith will give you bardic inspiration,
Ayo.
which is 1d6.
And then I'm gonna add that one next to it. So 18.
You see the man sort of cocks an eyebrow and then looks at Vith, who just you once again hear in your mind just shit.
Nod,
Perfectly
nod.
calm expression. Just calmly nods. A good luck charm. How fortunate that we found you then. And what is it you mean to do?
Bring your people forth in prosperity for the new era of the civilization.
Wonderful. You see he sort of like looks between the two of you. Let me know if there's anything. Are you gonna be more specific? Is there anything I need to do to help that?
You, sir, are not close enough to the gods to know. Sorry.
Eye twitches. Of course. Holds up his hands. I'll leave you to it, I guess.
Actually, wait. Do you have anyone that is ailing or injured at all? That is one of the first things I was told to do while here.
We have a few warriors who suffered minor injuries, yes.
Take us to them. She
Of
throws her
course.
hand up like, yes, take us to them. Yeah.
He nods, slowly turns away, and begins walking down a set of stairways that sort of spirals around the edge of the pyramid, eventually merging through a side doorway and leading you off towards a smaller, simple stone building within which you see there are a number of male and female warriors just sort of laying on cots, who all sort of start to look up and then immediately rise to attention upon seeing the high priestess.
Eris is just relax and here to heal.
They all simultaneously look to the man who sneers a little bit and then nods, and then they look to the high priestess who just nods.
So we're in a little room, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you say it's like a 30-foot cube?
I'd say that, sure.
Is this like outside of the pyramid thing or further down?
This is a separate building.
Okay. How close are we to the edge of this place?
You're in the doorway.
The door. Okay. Anyone behind us?
No one who seems to be like paying attention. There's a couple people. There's like one or two people maybe walking around.
I'm gonna cast hypnotic pattern in this room.
Okay. So that'll be a save. It's a wisdom save.
Yep. Wisdom saving has to be to 6.
So the warriors all fail. As does the priest.
Eris looks at Vit and just like grabs his hand and starts fucking running.
You see, they just look at you in like total shock, not understanding what's happening, and still not able to say anything as you just run off with them.
Yeah. I'm gonna speak to a commander to them and be like, we just gotta fucking run. We're running. We're booking it. That was our distraction. We're gone. Okay? Yes. Bridges burned.
Okay.
Let's go.
Make a flat deception check for me real quick.
Flat deception. Gotcha. What?
You see, you pass as you're sort of running out of this space. A couple of the guards sort of stop and stare at you, but they don't like. What do you do when a bird is running around with your high priestess? You know. A few of them are sort of like high priestess. Is everything okay? And you just keep running. It's only when you're right at the edge of town that you hear just in the distance that priest call off, "That bird bitch!"
I Karis can't help but cackle. But she just keeps running with it.
Why did we do that? Why did we do that? Why did we do that? We had an out. We could have just walked out.
No, it's fine. They wouldn't have let us walk out. That rich priest guy, he was gonna follow our asses. He's gonna be up our asses the whole entire time. It's fucking fine. It's fucking fine. It's fucking fine.
Oh, they're gonna fucking kill us. And you run
No.
off into the jungle.
Yeah, not a freaking high.
Alright. Brock, did you want to go next, or was Morphin going next?
I can go next.
Okay. So you wake up also on stones, but yours is cold and wet. You sort of eyes open one by one. You can feel a hand like on your chest. You look over and you see Kador just sort of crouched, looking over like a small dune, like out of the cove entrance. It looks like there's an entranceway coming in from the water, and then it overlooks like a beach or something outside. You see he's just peering through the gap at something. You're not sure what.
Okay, so he has his hand on my chest, but he's looking
Out, like away.
out. Okay. I feel like Rock would just groan and just try to get her senses.
You see as you sort of come to, Kador turns. Oh! You're awake. That... You maybe should not have done that for a few more minutes.
What difference does it make?
There seems to be people here. They do not seem friendly.
How can you tell?
They keep yelling at each other.
Do you know what they're saying?
I know it is words that are improper for me to repeat.
Hmm. Oh. Where are we?
See, I am not sure. I found you in the waters. I do not know. I was gone when whatever seems to have happened. Are you okay? Was that rude? Should I have asked if you are okay first?
I don't know. My head hurts.
Okay.
My entire body hurts.
I am sorry. I tried to help with that. I know a little bit of magic, not much. Not, and it does not usually work like this.
I feel like my eyes would actually be somewhat opened or awake now. So, what does my condition look like?
So you, from what you remember, the last thing you remember is as that wave hit you, you ended up falling straight up through your ship's staircase, and then out the back of it. And then you remember hitting water, and then you woke up here. So you feel like your back hurts like a motherfucker, first and foremost, as does your left shoulder and upper arm, because you did manage to like turn a little bit to check the wall and reduce some of the impact. There doesn't seem to be any permanent damage. It seems like Kador did something, you're not sure what. You've got these weird like kelp bandages over one side of your arm and a little bit of your chest. And a couple like, you can't see under it, but there's like weird sort of markings coming out.
Where?
It's like on the skin, just coming out from the areas he's bandaged.
Oh. I mean, magic is magic.
I suppose. Anyways, you should come look at these. You may know more about them than I do.
Could you help me up first? My back hurts.
Okay. You see he sort of scoots over. He's sort of like half submerged in the water right now. So it's a little bit difficult. He's sort of like moving around on his arms. But he scoots on over, props you up, drags you over towards the hole, and allows you to peek through. You go ahead and make a perception check for me, if you would be so kind.
Perception check. We both. Question mark. Oh, we
Perception. All right. You look out. You see a number of bodies all moving around. And the first thing you clock is that every person here is of some sort of monstrous race. You see gnolls, trolls, ogres, goblins, maybe even like one or two giants. They all seem to be gathered on a beach beneath the shadow of this huge, like, longboat-looking ship. The banner of which you see is a skull and crossbones where the bones are anchored. If you could make a history check for me real quick.
Hell yeah. Not hell yeah.
It's actually, the DC was only 10,
cool.
because you recognize that banner as belonging to Clotith the Half-Giant, a pirate lord who you immediately see stepping out into view. This tall, maybe like 10, 12-foot woman, broad shoulders, sort of like leather armor tank top, baggy pants. You see she's wearing her own banner, almost like a waistcloth. She's got this long sort of darker gray skin and then like similarly colored long curly hair coming out of a bright red bandana. Most striking of all is the, probably for her, about great axe-sized silver anchor connected with a chain coming off the back of it that hooks into some sort of, I'm not sure what the word for it is, that spools into a device on her back. You see she's just sort of barking commands to what you now recognize as her men. The thing that sort of sets Clotith apart as a pirate lord is pretty much every one of her crew is a member of a monstrous race.
Hell yeah. I love
You
that.
just see her.
That's
You just
cool.
see her. You just see her barking orders to everyone, getting people into position, breaking up a few fights here and there.
Should I be worried?
Make a worried about what? Like about her in general?
Yeah.
You can make another. I'll say you got an 11 for your history, so I'll say the reputation you know of her isn't particularly. She's not like she's not any worse than like your traditional pirate, from what you've heard. So she could. But that does mean like it's 50-50 on whether she'll help you or not, depending on if there's gain to it. If you want to make an insight check on her, just like in this moment, get her
Sure, why not?
inflection.
Oh, I got nothing.
Yeah, you got nothing.
I got nothing.
You got absolutely nothing.
After that, I would probably just go. That's a lot of people. Oh, I know who she is.
Is that a good thing that you know who she is?
Well, if I did not know her, I'd be probably terrified. I don't personally know her, but I know her reputation precedes her.
You see, he sort of like squinches his face a little bit. Is it normal for air breathers to directly avoid answering a question like that?
I thought I answered it.
I feel... See, he thinks for a long moment. I no longer know what to think of the situation. What are we doing?
I don't know. What are we doing? I just know I'm in pain. We're shipwrecked somewhere. Where's the ship? Where's everybody else?
I do not know. I could not find the others.
I'm going to go sit back down. How exactly did you heal me?
He thinks for a long moment. Sort of
Like I
stares at
see
his...
the kelp bandages, but
Yeah, so that...
something about magic?
So, about that, I did not mention this before because I was worried it would cause problems. Shortly after I left New Sintala, I had an encounter with something. I am not fully sure what. It seemed like a great hole in the ground, or in the seafloor, that water was coming out from. But it was not normal water. I was curious, so I touched it, and ever since then, I have been able to cast spells that I am mostly able to control. Sometimes.
Is he a wild magic sorcerer?
He is a
of
wild
sorts?
magic sorcerer.
I love that. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, it sometimes, it most the time acts how it wishes. Yes.
What you're saying is you've found some sort of font of power. What does the magic feel like?
He thinks for a moment. It feels warm and like it has a purpose. It seems to have means that it wants to achieve. And I do not always know what they are. However, I am able to guide the flow. But it takes effort.
I would say that you. I don't know how to put this. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you sounded like a warlock. But I don't think you are.
That word is new to me. What is a warlock?
Typically a spellcaster who trades something in turn for power. But, I don't think you made a trade at all.
I do not believe... That sounds right. I do not believe so, no.
You have no... Oh, so you're no cleric or paladin. You did not spend a lifetime learning. At least not for magic, at least.
No.
But if I had to take a gander, you seem to have counted something that has turned you into a sorcerer of sorts.
I will take your word for it. Nothing in my family's archives spoke of anything like this.
So, can I look at the bandages?
Sure. It's just... It's, again, mostly just kelp. Seems like he probably just literally pulled some out of, like, off the seafloor or any coral and just applied it. It's applied pretty tightly around the wounded area, which is sort of a little bit below your elbow up to maybe like this, like cutting around your armpit, a bit of your chest and like your shoulder blade. What's most interesting is you can see right there's like a very, very faint glow coming out from the ends of it that just seems to like gently move. A glow might not even be the right word, just like brighter discoloration.
Do I appear to be glowing, or is that just me?
I do not think you are any bigger than you were before.
I said glowing, not glowing.
Oh, sorry. You see, he sort of like leans over your body and like takes a closer look. It was not doing that before.
What was it doing before?
So he thinks for a long moment. Mostly bleeding.
Oh, good answer.
You see, he goes to like pull back the bandages a little bit, if you're cool with it.
I am 100% cool with it.
You see, he pulls back an area sort of around your elbow, and you see the patch of skin right about there. Again, it's not quite glowing. It's not any brighter than your skin. It's not like giving off any light. It's
Okay.
but there's like these weird, slightly scintillating streaks of brighter skin, and other parts of it are darker skin. And when you're looking at it, it sort of reminds you of when you're in like not deep water, but water deep, not like deep ocean water, but like coastal water, deep enough for you to swim around in it full body. And the way light sort of comes through the waves and moves with it against the ocean floor.
Interesting. So it's kind of like markings around the wound.
Kind of just like all over that section of skin, yeah.
Okay. So you mean to tell me your magic leaves something behind?
Kato shrugs.
How long have you had this power?
A few months, maybe a year. I do not use it often.
Have you considered using it more?
In certain scenarios, for the most part, I simply do not need to. Most days, I simply swim along looking for the next thing. Certainly, if things threaten me, or if it may benefit me to use it, I do, but for the most part, I have no need.
Well, if you use it more, maybe you can come to understand it more, or control it more, even.
Or it could cause harm.
You could, but what's experimentation about a little risk, huh? Speaking of risk, is my equipment here?
Yes, I found your bag. It is still here.
Oh, good. Well, I could say we could be pretty bad off without my equipment, but at least on the right side, I used to herd sheep, so I know a handful about the outside wilderness.
You see, he nods along with that, but you can tell by the look in his eyes, he has no clue what a fucking sheep is.
You don't know what a sheep is, don't
I
you?
absolutely do not. It sounds dangerous.
No, far from it. very fluffy creature.
Hmm.
Very soft. I think you would like them.
Maybe I will see them one day.
So you don't know where you are at all?
No. It seems like a series of islands, but I have not been in this section of the sea before.
Well, I don't know where the others are. You don't know where the others are. I think our best bet right now is try to see if we can figure out where we are. Maybe the captain knows down there.
I will follow your lead. I know how landwalkers interact much.
Yeah, I can probably talk to her. And her crew down there. We seem to be of similar ancestral origins.
See, he gets like a confused look on his face. See, he waddles back over to the crack, looks out, looks back at you, looks out, looks back at you.
Okay, not that close origins. Very, very prehistoric.
Okay, I was worried that I had perhaps accidentally done. Someone used this word. I was worried I was being racist.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Good, good.
This is a whole new world for you. I understand.
Okay. You may have to carry me. I cannot walk.
Oh, I can carry you, or try to at least.
Wonderful.
Strength check, or
No, I'd say you can do it. It may actually. I'll say make a con check just to see, because you can definitely do it. I think it's just a matter of how good you do it, how well you do it.
oh,
It's slow and it hurts like a motherfucker.
yeah.
But you do manage to pick Kator up. How do you carry him?
Princess carry.
Okay. You just you have to like duck your head a little bit to get out of the cove. But you sort of you just princess carry him over. You just heading over to the camp.
Yeah.
You see as you approach, a couple of different people sort of stop and look over at you. One fella, this red-skinned hobgoblin, sort of seems to take particular note of you. You see he's standing next to Clotith, even though he's like maybe a third of her height, and just sort of like elbows her in the knee. She just turns around, sees you. The hobgoblin, you see, narrows his eyes and looks at you. I don't think either of them are ours, right? You see Clotith just stares at you. No. Who are you?
Hold on, let me think. I'm thinking, hold on.
Good.
Won't take too long. Just a couple of wash-ups, I guess you could say. Where are we? I don't really know where we are. I don't know where we are.
Hmm.
I've been away for maybe 30 minutes.
Are you asking me? Is Zay asking Shen right now, or is this Rog asking?
This is Rock asking.
Okay. You see, Clotis sort of like squares her shoulders at you. First of all, that first answer is a shit answer. Second of all, I'm not giving you any answers until you give me a straight answer about who the fuck you are.
I am a Volcanosa Rockhorn. And should I speak for Kadar, or is Kadar good?
Kator, you just see waves. I am Kator!
This is the one that saved me.
You see, Clotis sort of cocks an eyebrow as you say their name and turns down to look at the hobgoblin who's got his fingers, he's got like his chin in his hands, sort of thinking. Yeah, I've heard of them. I thought she was blonde.
Wait.
Oh, you are
wait.
blonde, sorry.
I want to look at my hair. Has it changed color?
The miniature just looks orange. I think you are blonde. Sorry, I'm gonna amend that. You see, he looks at her. You see, he looks at you. I thought her hair would look better. See, Clotis sort of looks weird, just like gives him a weird look. Are they gonna fucking kill us, or are they fine? See the hobgoblin? No, they're fine. They're rookies. Where's the you usually have two don't you have two others in your crew? Where are they? There's a cow and a bird.
A cow and a bird.
Wow, that is make me sound like I'm hurting livestock, but it feels like it half the time. I have no idea, as I should. Shipwrecked.
See, Clotis sort of speaks up. How'd that happen?
Okay, so I'm gonna look at the hobgoblin. Okay, you know the cow one you mentioned?
Nods.
Okay, so he made some very poor deals and decisions. Got cursed by some hand, I think. I can't remember. Apparently, a dragon turtle wants to kill him. The dragon turtle showed up during a little storm. And, some weird encounter with some fish necromancer.
You see when you mention the dragon turtle, Clotis sort of like squares her shoulders and spits off to the side. That fucking thing got us too. You see the hobgoblin sort of thinks for a moment. He said he pissed off the turtle?
Yep.
See, he looks up at Clotis. You don't think that guy's that fucking great thief those cultists were shouting about, do you?
Poultice.
You see, Clotis sort of thinks for a moment. What does your friend look like?
Furry, ugly, missing an arm.
You see when you say missing an arm, the hobgoblin and Clotis both share a look. That fucking... Great. Yeah, that explains it. So that dragon turtle that wrecked you, been wrecking ships all over this place for about 5 years now. Looking for somebody their fucking followers called a great thief. Stole something from the turtle apparently, cost him a hand. All the cultists know about him.
Ugh.
Fucking goddamn it. You better hope we find your friend before Broshire does, because that old fuck is gonna kill him.
Oh, trust me, I've almost wanted to strangle him myself.
Great. Who's the fish?
I'm just gonna look at Kator. Do you want me to speak for you, or
You see Kato sort of looks at them. Hello, I am Kator of. God, what's his fucking last name?
Katorland.
I am Kator Evaneth of the Evaneth household, 6 noble house of New Santala. You see the hobgoblin sort of cocks, like, raises his eyebrows at that. You got fucking royalty with you?
we kind of just met on a ship? He kind of just hitched a ride and kind of just kept him.
Huh. Alright.
He's not.
Did you, like,
used-
ransoming him or something?
No, he's just not used to landwalkers,
Okay.
as he puts it.
You cool if we ransom him?
I look at him. No.
Alright, fair enough. You see he turns and starts walking away. Clovis sort of watches him go. You'll have to excuse him. He's got money on the mind all the time. You look like shit. You hungry?
Very.
Great. So she points off with her anchor. Ool's over there with his fucking cauldron. Just have him pour you a bowl. Welcome to the crew, I guess.
Welcome to the crew. Okay.
And she sort of walks off.
I'll grab my stuff after I grab a fruit bowl.
Alright. I think while you're doing that, we're gonna shift over to Morphin.
Yay.
Morphin.
What's up?
So you wake up to the distinct sounds of someone shouting nearby. Your eyes sort of dart open. You see the sun shining overhead. You seem to have washed up on a beach somewhere. There's like a little alcove. You're sort of caught in a like half circle of rocks. And you see you hear shouting off to your like upper right.
Is this my... What's going on? I look over there.
Make a perception check for me.
Sure thing, buddy.
Be so kind. It takes you. Well, the DC was pretty low, so you just won't be able to make out details. It's sort of you climb up. You gotta sort of shake. You gotta rub the sunlight out of your eyes. As you come up over the bend, you see propped up on this like makeshift, not quite trolley. What's the word? A platform with wheels. Is
Payload.
your ship. It's a bit banged up, definitely worse for wear than when you remember it, but then again, you do also remember seeing Rog blast through the back half right before you got shot out that same window. So that kind of makes sense. You see dragging it are these huge, almost crocodile-like creatures, just sort of lumbering along at the commands of what looks like a couple of turtles. Similar to Maja, if you remember him. But these ones look... It's interesting. There's this weird contrast where they're dressed in very, like, simple leathers and furs. But the weapons and the shields they're wearing are incredibly extravagant.
And how far away are they from me?
They're a couple 100 feet away from you. They haven't seemed to they haven't noticed you yet. You just see there's one of them little bit bigger, with this sort of like cape suspended over their hard shell, and this wicked looking, almost pure gold mace in in both hands, sort of directing the crew forward.
I think, is that fucking... What? I mean, I guess I'll go over there. I've got really nothing else going on.
You want to go over there?
Why not? Yeah.
Okay. Are you sneaking over there? Or are you just straight walking over there?
I'll just walk over there.
Okay. You see, as you walk over, one of the minion-looking turtles sort of stops and just turns to look at you, and you see their eyes slowly widen and their mouth hang open a little bit, and they sort of smack their friend on the shoulder, who turns back around, sees you, same expression, and then just slowly looks up to their caped companion, their caped leader, who is staring at you with pure hatred. And you
Howdy.
see it sort of sneer. It's weird to see a turtle sneer. You see the beak just sort of pulls back, and he mutters out, "Great thief." And there's a boom from the jungle, and you watch as a cannonball explodes across the left side of his shell.
Howdy.
Howdy. As he
Well, that-
explodes.
Yeah.
All right. You see the other two turtles, momentarily distracted, turn around, and you watch as the dwarf fella I mentioned before, in the little tank tread wheelchair, slowly rumbles out of the forest with a couple of people carrying cannons at his side, points at the turtles, and just shouts, "Get the fuck away from my new boat!"
So
What do you
there's two competing tribes, I guess.
Make a history check for me as you see this dwarf. You recognize this as Broshire, another a pirate lord.
Well, that's not good. I suppose he'll recognize me, but at the same time, I'm not supposed to run away from important NPCs. How far is Broshire from me?
So both the turtles and Broshire are probably about 200 feet away from you.
Yeah, I guess I'll call out to him. Howdy.
You see Broshire slow turns to look at you. Sorry, what?
Hi there.
Hi.
What you got there?
You see, he just sort of looks over at one of the two wheeled out. You see now there's a full, small raiding party that is slowly coming out of the jungle now. The turtles themselves, you see, are all sort of they just seem to be getting out of there, basically. They don't seem to want to compete with cannons, except for the one captain who's just sort of sneering at you, and then slow turns to look at Broshire. Reaches back, unclasps the trolley, and just starts riding off with atop the two crocodile-like creatures, still just eyeballing you as he goes. See, Broshire looked at his cannons. Cannons?
No, not those. The wheel thing.
Oh, this. Oh, yeah, this is mine. how I move around.
Did you make that?
With some help.
That's pretty cool.
Thanks, stranger. So he turns to his, this taller looking human man, gruff looking, long curly red hair, and this, braided goatee of a beard. Turns to look at him. Rugen, should I know who this guy is? You see Rugen sort of looks at you a little bit. I'm gonna make a history check from him. Yeah, I've heard about him. That's, Morbin.
Damn it.
He's a rookie pirate. What are you doing here?
Well, this isn't our destination, for one. We,
We?
yeah, it was we. Now it's me.
You see, as you're sort of talking to Rugen, Brilshire motions from some of his crew to sort of move in and start taking over, carting your boat off somewhere.
Yeah, that's what's left of it.
Oh, sorry, is this your boat?
Eh, not much left.
It still looks usable.
I'm not trying to fight him.
Okay, fair enough. Smart choice, honestly. I see. He
Yeah.
stares at you. You seem. Wow. I had heard you were. You weren't this. You seem real bummed.
Well, haven't got much else to be ecstatic about.
Yeah, that sucks to hear. You want a drink? You good?
Sure.
You see, he pulls out. He's got like 2 canteens strapped to his waist. Pulls one of them out, sniffs it. You want the hard stuff?
What's the other one?
Just water.
I'll take that.
Holds
Been
out
a
the
long
water.
time since fresh water.
Holds out a canteen of fresh water towards you.
Fucking. I just start sucking on that thing like a fucking. Like a hamster. Just fucking.
You see Rogan like raises a finger to object as you start guzzling it down, and it just thinks better of
fucking-
it.
Oh. Getting in there. Just licking the fucking rim. Just every last drop. Suck on it again. Blow into it.
You are.
Ooh.
Yeah, you know what? You can keep that. You can actually keep that.
Thanks. Sorry about that. It's been a minute.
No problem. So, you said this wasn't your destination. What's going on?
Well, I guess where to begin. We came from Blackrock way in the beginning. We kind of been ping-ponged around by misfortune, and then that eventually came to a head with a I guess there's really no other way to say it. Just a giant dragon turtle kind of got between us and the finish line.
Oh, that fucker got you too?
Yeah, he
damn it.
he got everything.
Yeah, he's a bitch.
What do you get off you?
Didn't get anything out of us. Took a mean chunk out of our boat. Been stuck on stuck on one of these islands ever since.
How long you think?
Probably only maybe a month. So yeah, we sailed out. We were holding we were competing with Clotith the Heavy. You know her?
Loadeth the Heavy, yeah. You, was your ship as big as hers?
Maybe I think we're a little bit bigger. I think they've got a bigger crew, so I understand that they like need it, you know. But even still, I think we've got them beat in that regard. We were sailing out here. Honestly, to kill the fucking turtle thing and take its horde. Whoever got the kill was gonna take majority haul. And then this freak fucking storm happened. And I think a meteor hit one of Cloteth's smaller boats. And we both of us washed up on the islands. She's a few islands over. Don't know what she's doing.
Sorry, you said your ship was a little bigger than the Bottle Keg Butcher, that massive ship she has. How the hell did the turtle get through it if it's that big?
Well, here's the thing. Our ship's mostly metal. So the storm really didn't like us. Fried the infernal heart. We got run aground because we just couldn't steer the fucking thing anymore.
Damn, that,
The turtle just kept fucking hammering us as we were drifting around.
Yeah, I suppose it's turtle-proof until it doesn't work.
Yep.
So you guys were just a big shell in the water?
Pretty much.
Fuck, what happened to the boat?
No, it's... You see, he sort of like waves his hand off in the direction they came. It's marooned on one of the beaches. We just need supplies to get it working.
Like electrical supplies? Or is
Souls.
it punctured?
Soul coins. I need souls.
You know Gilda, then?
He sort of sneers a little bit. Yep.
You two, of similar design practices with the ships?
Make a history check for me.
Okay.
Make another one. 13. So you know Broshire's claim to fame is he entered into a pact with one of the archdevils, which gifted him a boat made in the hells running infernal engine, which is this great big heart-like machine that runs on souls.
Okay. I guess I'll I guess I'll re-say my my portion. So, does Gilda have a similar boat layout to you folks?
No, I don't think so. I think her boat is made of like undead treants.
Damn.
Yeah, it's for you.
Well, I guess how many souls do you need? Does it matter what kind? Well, I gotta wait for my Discord to come back. 5,000 ping, Jesus. Howdy, my Discord bugged out for a second there. I was asking, so how many souls do you need? What does it matter what kind?
He responds, "We've got enough souls in reserves. We keep them in. We've got these special made cylinders. You slot them in. Anytime we try to put them in, though, it either gets siphoned off somewhere or the machine misfires. It's just been a real bad streak. It's been a real streak of bad luck."
That storm really did a number on that thing, then.
Seems like it.
Do you have anybody on the crew who knows how to mess with it? Anybody who can get it fixed?
Broshire could probably call up his patron, but that'll come at a cost.
Sure. Nobody in
You
this
see Ru-
realm.
you see Rugen sort of looks over towards Broshire, who's like slowly. They've set a plank down, and he's just sort of slowly rumbling up onto your deck. You see someone sort of like peers around the corner. Hey, Rugen, there's like a kid down here.
Oh, he made it.
Sorry, is that?
Yeah.
Huh? Is that one
one's
of yours?
mine.
Is your kid?
Not mine, but he's with the ship.
Oh. Okay. I see. She shouts back to the crew. They're with this guy. Just bring him out. We can deal with him. And you see the guy like nods or turns around. Come on, kid. We're taking you back over to your fucking dad. And you see Sorio just immediately shoots the guy in the shoulder.
Yeah, he does that. Sorry.
Is that normal?
Well,
You look over, you see Sorio has like a knife pressed to this dude's throat. I'm not going back to Sand Sack!
put it this way, I used to have 2 limbs.
He looks horrified. He looks horrified when you say that. Get off the fucking kid. Just let him go. Just let him go. The guy raises his hands up. You see Soro just slowly climbs down. Sees you. Oh, fuck. Just slowly trots over. Hey.
Howdy. You sleep well?
I slept in a barrel.
Haven't we all? This is Broshire. He's telling me a little bit about
You're
how
talking
other
to
people
Ruben,
got here.
not Broshire.
Reuben, right. Is Broshire not here?
Broshire is up on your boat now. He seems to be like inspecting it for damages and stuff.
This is Rugen. He was telling us about how other people got here. It's not
Nice.
uncommon, apparently.
The two sort of nod at each other. Then Ruben looks back to you. Anyway, what was I saying?
About
Oh yeah, real streak of bad luck. Hasn't stopped.
how do you think all this stuff started?
I heard the turtle, the big fucking turtle, got real pissed off a couple years back. Apparently someone stole something from him. And he's just been taking ships down in the area ever since.
You figure about 4 or 5 years back?
I think so, yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know, it really did a number on our stuff. I'll be surprised if you guys can salvage anything off of it. Took everything off the side.
Seems. Broshai could probably fix it. As long as the spine isn't damaged, it'll probably be repairable. And who knows, maybe Broshire can sail off with it.
Yeah, I guess what happens with the other ship now that he's got away off this boat? Is he gonna transport the engine or keep the whole thing here or what?
I think his plan is to just get out for right now.
Sure.
You mentioned something. No, hold on, sorry. There's a you got like a 3-step plan. Step 1, get a boat that's seaworthy. Step 2, there's a bunch of shit on these islands. I'd keep an eye out. One of the really bad things that's on this island, there's a basilisk somewhere. Broshire's plan is to kill the thing and turn it into a gun. And then he's gonna go out to sea and petrify the dragon turtle.
How's he plan to do that?
I don't fucking know.
Is he gonna domesticate it? Like a little dog?
No, I think he's gonna kill it and then mess with its body.
Well, I've heard a thing or two about his past, but I don't think powers and souls work too well like that. I think the basilisk and its petrification is kind of a package deal.
He thinks otherwise.
Well, I guess we'll find out. Where is this basilisk?
He just sort of waves off into the jungle. It's somewhere that direction.
It's going mid.
Yeah, I guess
Well,
so. I don't know what that means, but that sounds right.
Well, your ship is low. My ship is top. Jungle is mid.
Right. Right.
So, how many times have you tried to kill this thing?
Only the once. It hasn't
And
come
what
close enough to our maroon ship.
Okay. And how did that go?
Bad. It's what got us stuck on the island.
I thought you said the dragon turtle was the thing that got you here. What about the basilisk?
No, we haven't tried to. Okay, I misunderstood. Sorry. We haven't gone to the basilisk yet.
Well, how do you know it's there?
We've seen it. We've seen
You-
statues around.
You've seen statues of a basilisk around, but I haven't
No, I've
seen
seen the
the...
statues it leaves behind. Of terrified people.
Oh.
Adventure
Right.
and rule number 5. People don't make statues of scared adventurers.
Makes sense. How do you think you're gonna fight it then? You gonna like wear a bunch of blindfolds or something?
I think the plan is just sort of sheer volley of fire.
You know, burn down the
Which is kind of
forest?
the usual with Broadshire.
What is he just gonna fucking burn down the forest? I don't know if I really agree with that practice.
No, I think it's just gonna be fire a bunch of cannons at it.
At it. The thing that
Yeah.
petrifies people.
Mhm.
Not for nothing, I think there's a couple of holes in this theory.
You got a better plan?
I'm just saying, is Broshire comfortable getting petrified and stuck on this island forever? You know these people aren't dead in those statues, they're
Oh.
alive.
Oh, no. Buddy, I think you misunderstand. Broadshire's not going. If anything, you're probably going.
Okay. Well, how do you feel about this?
I feel fine.
You feel fine going up against a petrification demon?
I'm not going up against it.
You're not, no.
Nope.
Just me. One-man army?
You'll probably have a couple. We'll give you a couple guys.
Couple people, me and the breakfast bunch, gonna go take them down? Yeah, how many other people have tried this already? Come on, listen to
I don't
yourself.
think any of our. Listen, buddy. You washed up. We could just shoot you here and now if you just want. If you're just gonna be a bummer, we can just put you down. That's fine. We're giving you an out.
I just think you guys are trying at this the wrong way.
You got a suggestion?
Well, I suggest you figure out where this thing sleeps and try to figure out what it does and what it wants. I don't think fighting it is going to get you much anywhere. What happens if you try to kill Broshire? Do you just go up to him? Fuck no. You see what I mean? It doesn't work like that.
How about you have this conversation with the captain?
Hey man, you started it. We can go talk to him about it.
Yeah, man. Go talk to him.
Alright. I don't know,
Broshire! The cow's got something to talk to you about. You see Broshire sort of turns over the railing, looks at you. He can do it up here.
Oh, I get the pleasure of using my own boat. So I guess I go up. I don't know if Sora wants to follow me.
Sora will follow you. Sora's got nothing better going on right now.
Sure, yeah. Try not
As
to
you,
stab anybody.
As you come up, you see Broshire slowly turns to look at you. Welcome aboard the... What's this thing named?
The unnamed vessel.
Welcome aboard the unnamed vessel. Pleasure to have you aboard me ship. What was it you wanted to talk about?
Well, I certainly was going to talk about the Bottle Keg Butcher and how it compares to your ship, but I think a more pressing matter is that basilisk that's in the jungle.
Sorry, so just to clarify, the Bottle Keg Butcher is Broshire's
The
ship.
flagship of Clothith Hilda.
No, it's Broshire's ship.
You mean to tell me Broshire works under Clothith the Heavy?
No. So I think things have gotten up somewhere. You guys don't know what Clothith's ship is called? The Bottle Keg Butcher is Broshire's ship.
Really? Because as I understand, Clothith the Heavy is a half-giant assembling a crew of demi-humans, minotaurs, half-ogres, goblins alike, and the flagship of many is the Bottle Keg Butcher, massive one that towers over all others.
No.
Unless that's changed in Ahelia.
Did I have their names messed up? Might have
Maybe.
their names mixed up. You might be right.
I guess what's the other ship name then?
Let me do. I gotta double check my own World Forge now, you son of a bitch. I wrote that article so long ago.
Wow, bad DM, forgetting
Wow,
names.
it's been almost a year since I wrote that article. I can check it later. You might be right. I would double check and I'll have it next time. What are you saying?
I was saying I was gonna ask you about your ship, but it seems the Basilisk is a more pressing concern on this island.
Not pressing, quite, but it's a matter I'd like settled. Aye.
Well, has it killed any of your people? You've been here a month. Anybody could turn up missing?
She thinks for a moment. Don't think nobody's dead.
Well, of course not. Anyone in those statues is still alive. Anyone who goes up against it is doomed to a hell of many years, frozen.
Right. Until you kill it, and then you take the oil, and that ends the petrification.
Sure. Yeah, everybody knows that. What not everybody knows, though, is how to kill it. What's your plan?
Shoot it.
Just shoot it. You don't
All
think
you
this thing
need.
has armor? Not unlike the petrified statues?
I'm sure it's got armor. I've got big guns.
So why have you been here a month? Why not do it the first day you get here?
Other things have taken priority.
Sure. Just seems like this thing is kind of taken over the island. I expected you to put it in the
It's
dirt
got
by
a
now.
section of one of the islands. There's a couple different islands.
And
So I
where
had
are
a
the
couple different
statues?
plans.
Where are the statues in relation to our section here? See any around these areas?
I think it's but there's none on this island. I think there's a couple, maybe two over to the east.
So it moves. Doesn't have just the one section.
Moves between two islands. Aye.
What happens when it moves here?
I don't think it's gonna. If it
Are you willing to
does-
bet your crew on that?
What's up?
Well, I'm stuck here, same as you, and I'm just trying to think of how to get off this place alive.
Mm-hmm.
And Rugen tells me you got an idea of getting this thing dead, and I don't know. Just trying to figure out what the game plan is, because it seems like I don't have much of a choice in joining you. Figured I'd make it out alive as well as you.
You got a choice. You could walk off, find some other way.
Sure, yeah, I'll go to one of the other islands and face it myself.
This thing's worse than the basilisk around here. So, what are you suggesting?
Well, I think number one is some intel. I think the more we figure out about this thing, the better, considering we don't know much about it at all, and I don't think it knows much about us. We could have an up on that. So, I think something along the lines of reconnaissance to a degree would be in order. Rather than guns ablazing, where we don't know. Could be anywhere, anything. I mean, you have any tracks of this thing? Any signs of it anywhere? Do you have any? I mean, you mentioned the jungle. How do you know it's in there?
So I assume you'll be volunteering yourself for this reconnaissance mission?
like I said, I don't have much of a choice in all this if I'm gonna be playing nice with everyone who's on this island, so I guess I would ask what's in it for me if I figure out something imperative about the dragon. If I figure out a big advantage we have over it, what do I get?
I can push you aboard the ship we'll be taken out.
This one here.
Aye.
You're not too keen on leaving with your ship?
I would like to leave with my ship, if possible. Right now it's stuck, though. And I can't get it fixed quite yet.
Who normally fixes it?
Me or the crew. The damn thing don't seem to want to be fixed.
Is the structural integrity of it okay? Or is it just the engine
You
that's...
ask a lot of questions. You know that.
I got nothing but time here. I'm not going anywhere.
Right. So how about you see he reaches forward and he sort of motions for you to bend down because he's like half your height. Do you oblige or do you stay standing?
I'll bend down. I don't think I should really fuck
Puts
with
his
him
hand
too
on
much.
your shoulder. How about you can ask your friend there, and he points to Sorrel, all the questions you want, while the two of you go pull a reconnaissance on this basilisk you're so interested in.
Or we could sit here and do nothing.
If we're gonna sit here and do nothing, what do I need you for?
You don't need me for anything. Seems like you need to get off this island. Seems like you've been here a month and you haven't made any headway.
She stares at you for just a long moment.
So I guess
And
I'll
puts
ask
you
you.
going.
Well, I think it's best you get going too. I don't think you have many options though.
Oh my god.
Well, do you want
What's
to
your
get off
AC?
this island or not? My AC is 15.
Wonderful. He headbutts you.
Now, how does this work with like staggers or like resistances to it?
So, because this is just an unarmed attack, you just take strength damage +1, which is 4 damage, as he just smashes his head into your nose.
Would you consider this a long rest, or we back up to 26 like full health?
So it's a modified long rest. You are level 5. What is your hit die?
That is 4d8. Oh, sorry, 5d8.
Roll 40. Start at 0 HP. Roll 4d8. That is how much HP you have.
It says total 5 with a big one of 4. I'm guessing I have 5 total.
No, 5d8 because you're level 5. Roll 5. Roll 5d8.
25. One less than
25
full.
HP.
Okay. So you said 4 d4 plus
4
1.
points of No, 4 damage total.
Okay. So what happens when he hits me like this? Do I fall over? Do I stumble? Do I...
You sort of stumble back, and as you come up, you just see your blood sort of staining his forehead. Get going.
I kind of spit the blood out of my mouth. You know, the jungle would be a lot quicker if I had tank treads like you. And then I start walking away.
Start walking off. Sorrel moves to follow you as you head into the jungle. And that will be this session.
Fucking prick.
Yeah, dude.
Woo!
Sucks.
I hope his ship never fucking gets fixed.
It's always
Piece of
fun
shit.
when they want to make an NPC that people just hate on the spot.
It's not so much hate, it's just I know that he's gonna be a fucking problem, so I'm trying to like trying to navigate on eggshells. You know what I mean? Like I know he's gonna be a motherfucker.
It's great.
Fucking Rugen blew my ass in. Why don't you go talk to the captain about that? Why don't you suck my ass?
What do you want, dude?
I want to get off this fucking island. I don't want there to be a Basilisk on this island, and I definitely don't want Broshire to be on this island. I want to fucking stab him in his sleep,
Yes, and
take
get
Rugen, and
into
elope
orbit.
into some other island where Clothith is.
That's true. There's an option.
Alright, so here's the deal. We're gonna go about 10 foot into the jungle, take a nap, come back at nighttime, and fucking stab Broshire. We're gonna make him wish he was never born. We're gonna take those fucking treads and run him across his mom's fucking.
Do it.
I'm gonna kill Rugen and then take his arm and stab him with Rugen's hand.
Yeah, dude, Rugen didn't do shit. Rugen
Yeah,
just
Rugen had
delegated
the
you to a higher
misinformation
power.
of being delegated on. Yeah, he's caught in the crossfire is what happened. He had everything to do with it when he asked me who I was. I'm gonna put Sorrel's axe to work. He ain't off this fucking boat. He ain't off this crew.
Oh my god.
He's gonna do what I say. He doesn't know, but we're in my territory now. This is my zone, my domain. I do want to ask you. I've been meaning to figure out. Clearly I've been a little out of my element just in regards to being a newer player as well as on the water, from being woodborn. Is there any sort of like advantage that can be drawn just from having a background of the environment? Is there any like biome history or any like does that make any fucking
It's
difference?
a ranger thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
let's get it.
That's like a specific class feature.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Okay. So being that this is just my uprising, it's not really something I can take advantage of. It's just you lived in a forest. This
I'd
is also a
say-
forest.
Yeah, not particularly. You maybe know some things. You'd have an easier.
Well, so that's kind of what I'm
certain
thinking,
checks.
right? Part of my checks would be like I guess I would want to research for my character's sake, like some stuff to be aware of. Like I don't want it to be like a Rambo First Blood situation or like the Badlands where I'm fucking making punji sticks and tree forts and stuff. But I think it would be interesting of like me and Sorrel going through this. Sorrel being some slum dog kid, never seeing wilderness a day in his life that we know of. I mean, other than just being the inside of jails with some fucking potted plants. Like, I think that would be funny of, like, it's like, you better be careful around here. There's fucking poison oak, right? You know what I mean? Like, that sort of, like knowledgeable new terrain versus, like, unknown young kid. I think that's, like, a funny dynamic. I guess I would need some items of interest or, like, some specific fauna we would have to, like, look a bit into that's sort of common across the like denser thickets of woods, and like from there like maybe weave that into like the roll table or something, like a fucking something with vines or like poison plants or some kind of food or water source, right? Like something, I don't know how that works or if there's any repositories of info in regards to like fauna or sorry, I guess flora, but I think that would be really cool.
I have a roll table based on environments, and I think I've offered before to that you guys add to that if it's so interested to you.
Yeah, I could look up a little bit of literature about jungles and forests and run it by you, and then we'll see about adding it in. Ideally, I hit one of the ones I add. If not, it'll be sort of well, here's what I know about fucking whatever, which would be interesting. And then that just is a role-based thing, which is interesting. I could just lean on you for like, what's this check? Tell me about this, and then I tell Sorrel in character. I think that could work.
Just telephone. D&D
Right,
telephone.
yeah. I mean, like the idea of like, a specific familiarity with a couple things, like don't eat them fucking berries. Them berries killed my mother. Something like that would be like funny. It's like, you fucking kidding me? Like, are you fucking hungry, or you feel
Don't
like
sleep near that plant. You'll shit for weeks.
exactly shit like that would be hilarious. Like the druidic level of very specific floral knowledge, just from being in it, right? Tarzan intelligence.
The
Like, I don't-
outside of that bark is a potent poison, but the inside is the cure.
I fucking love that. Outside, fucking bristles of hell and glass, inside succulent, delicious meat. You gotta sift through hell. You gotta drag your balls through fiberglass and sand if you want to get that delectable morsel. It's only about 2 bites worth. But God, is that... It makes it ever the sweeter on a hot fucking day. Yeah, exactly. Shit like that is like exactly what I like about I guess it's hard to describe, but like those episodes of Space Dandy where he's it's him and a character. Like the specific one that comes to mind is the little girl, right? They do the road trip shit, or like Fear and Loathing, or The Big Lebowski. Just those kind of movies of like some like two character, or even Fargo, two characters who are doing something and they come from different backgrounds, and how that lends itself to the scene. I think would be really fun.
I'd be down to do that. That sounds fun.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
Well, I will look into jungle stuff.
Go for it. Maybe that'll be the homework. Everybody come up with a jungle encounter.
Come up.
Fucking man, bear, pig. Giant fucking... It's a berry that shoots poison, and it fucking... It only blooms every 3,000 years, and buddy, this is the wrong day to be here.
It's a flower that screams your mother's home address.
The cicadas that know your IP address. That is interesting. A psychic plant that like it's like a eye of the beholder kind of shit, where it affects you differently. It just uses information that you have against it. Like it doesn't fucking do anything. It's like instinct. It's like how a fucking a Venus flytrap will eat flies. It doesn't fucking like flies. It just does what it feels.
Screams about killing itself in your voice.
Bro, you know what I found out? Recently, in the last couple years, fucking Little Pet Shop of Horrors is no longer DMCA. It's gone past the 50 years of being fair use. Because it was made in like 63. Isn't that crazy? Like, I didn't know that movie with Rick Moranis was in the 60s. Like, that Feed Me Seymour with the big ass Jim Henson puppet is like over 50 years old. It's crazy. It doesn't seem like a movie from the 60s, right? I imagine it's somewhere along the lines of like Fast Times at Ridgemont High, like a 70s, like maybe early 80s movie, like Breakfast Bunch shit. But no, it's like super old.
Yeah.
Like one of his first films, apparently.
I chalk that up to just the good practical effects.
Yeah, man.
That
I mean,
plant, or whatever
what
it
is that,
What's its name?
it's called, oh god, don't tell me. It's the lady's name, and it's 2. It's something 2.
Audrey too.
Audrey 2. Yeah, exactly, because he loves Audrey, and it, he's trying to figure out how to fuck Audrey, and then the plant ends up doing, I don't know, it's like, because the plant sings, and then he's trying to fucking figure out what's going on. I don't know, it's a whole thing. But yeah, like there was a movie with, who's the main fella from, Daniel Radcliffe from Harry Potter. He was in a movie recently, Swiss Army Man and Killing of a Sacred Deer, I believe both of them he were in. And they have incredible special effects. It's just a weird movie. The Swiss Army Man specifically is just like, it's a dead guy washes on shore, and he has this like delusional idea of like it can do anything he wants. Like it's got guns on it. It can open locks. It's fucking like drives cars. It can, get him into bank vaults. It just all this weird shit. Just and
Gonna Kill is so good.
Right, yeah, that kind of movie, like practical effects, a small cast, and like a simple story, is just fucking. It's so camp. It's like the perfect popcorn movie. Like I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna toss one of these on, and like. They don't the way that they're able to do something nice like that or film on location is because the budget is small enough to where it's like travel is most of it, just like paying the actors and then from there doing the fucking the like the effects are just like okay, blow that up, just toss some C4 on there. You don't have to pay a guy nothing. Looks real. Fires all super good looking. I mean, whole shebang. I love it. I mean, Tropic Thunder, I believe, was a physical, practical effect. I don't believe the giant, like, jungle explosion was CGI. I think they actually rigged that up, which is ironic and fucking awful, because I think they meant it when they're like, all right, let's try this out, because we only have, we can only do this shot once. So they put up like 90 cameras, and they're like, just for the love of God, keep it in focus.
The only thing I ever know about Tropic Thunder is just the Robert Downey Jr. blackface shit. It's like all I ever hear about it.
Apparently, he snuck under the gun because a movie came out like within a month of that. That was way
That was
worse.
way worse. Well,
Just
also, 'cause
fucking
He was like making fun of it. He was making fun of blackface, to be fair.
right, but I mean, even then, there's gonna be a good number of folks that are like, not too fond of that. I believe
Yeah,
even
but
his mother said, Robert, you can't do that. Robert, that's racist. You
Yeah.
can't do that. And he said, Mom, it's okay.
It's fine. It's fine, Mom. I'm doing good. It's fine.
I promise. Your boy's not. Have you? Oh my God. I'm trying to remember what's the, I'm trying to remember what movie this. It was a show. It was like The Islands or something, some British comedy show about all these guys are on this little town off the coast of the UK, and the whole point is like, there's only a couple priests there, and they kind of have that small town mentality of whatever the priest does, they kind of follow suit. And if I'm not mistaken, the father does some kind of like off-color joke, some like, I guess racist joke is putting it bluntly, but it was one of those like, like shit that your uncle says kind of things. And I believe the punchline is that there's a family of the aforementioned race just looking at him through the window. Like, even though they're on an island in the middle of nowhere, it's just a Chinese family or something, right? They're just standing right. He's like, no, I'm so sorry. He goes like out the front door because obviously it's just a one-off joke. And the guy is sitting out by the fence. So, Father, I hear you're a racist now. When should I be? How often should I be spending time to contribute my new racism to? I worry I wouldn't have it in me schedule. It was just like, like, so Father, what should I do with the scripture? It's so fucking funny. Just like some other lady's like, hey Father, I don't want to be a racist like you. I'm gonna go my own way. I don't think the church is for me. No. And he's like, you misunderstand. And some other third guy is like, Father's a racist now? That's crazy. I hadn't heard. Oh, it must be a slow news day by your house. Yeah, he's been on this for weeks. It's just like it just barrels out of control without him. And I can't remember the name of the show. It's so fucking funny, man. Like, just the guy asking genuine questions on how to proceed as if it were life advice. And it just, I'm trying to think where I got this. Just like the Robert Downey Jr. bit of like, so I hear you're a racist now. Just like he narrowly avoided that like snowball because that other movie was fucking just like flat out like Justin Trudeau Halloween party bad. Like fucking double whatever he could have done. And it's crazy. Like, even today, he's like, some people ask me about that, and I just say, what's there to tell? I mean, anything you could ask me, you could look up. It was really funny. He dodges it really, really coyly. The whole, it takes it in one try reminds me of this, I don't remember the exact name of the show, but it was this show back in the 40s, kind of like the Buster Scruggs time, and there was this duo where their whole comedy bit was like physical stuff, like, and I believe this episode was they were repairmen. They had some kind of scheme where they were trying to rustle up some beer money. They're like, yeah, sure, we're repairmen. What do you want done? We can grout tiles in bathrooms. We can fix floorboards. What do you want? He's like, do you clean chandeliers? He said, well, of course we clean chandeliers. That's fine. And basically the show goes on, and the whole bit there is that, all right, so here's the plan. You get upstairs. We're going to take out this floorboard, And the guy's asking, like, whoa, 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 what are you fucking doing? Don't be disassembling my second story. I just wanted you to clean the damn chandelier. He's like, no, 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 you don't get it. So what's going to happen is we got to go upstairs. We got to rip out the floorboard. There's a little screw in there. We got to unscrew it from the top of the ceiling. And then the chandelier is going to drop, of which the two of us down here are going to be having a big tarp underneath the chandelier to catch it. And once it's safely dismounted, we'll place it down safely, clean the whole thing, and reattach it. And the guy's like, all right, you ready? Yeah, all right, now don't mess this up for me. I'm underneath it. I'm ready to just whatever you do, don't mess this up. And the bit is that there's a second chandelier behind them in the room, like through the walkway, and that comes down and just fucking smashes all over the floor because it was two chandeliers. Apparently, the directors, because it was very expensive to get these things made, even in a fake form, like the sugar glass, because they're just frankly ornate. It was so expensive to get a fake one. It was actually more cost effective for them to purchase a legitimate chandelier and hire somebody to professionally affix it, and then they would rig it up to just be like dropped. And the guy said, now listen, this is our first season of this show. Everything up to this point has been going well budget-wise. This is the last episode. This is the fucking trailer grab. We're going to use this episode to talk to the directors and the network executives. If you fuck up this shot, not only will we be out of this job, we'll be out of any potential future seasons, and nobody will be able to be paid. So you better get this joke right on the first try. And the whole point still is that it gets fucked up. And because they're like, listen, man, this is like quadruple that of an episode. We sunk so much money in this goddamn... Well, who came up with this? Whose idea was... Oh, yeah, I got an idea. Let's break an incredibly large, ornate, fucking crystalline chandelier. Yeah, fucking Jackass number 5 said that's a great idea. I love shit like that. Like background stuff of like what went wrong or... you know, what went right, or ad-lib examples, bloopers that made it into movies. All that is fucking so fun.
I don't know why, but you talking about the guy asking genuine questions about how to be racist. Reminded me of a Benedict Mulligan thing where he was talking about how he like started a street fight with some dude. Some guy like clocked his friend in the back of the head. Just like out on the street for no real reason. And the guy was like, come on, fucking fight me. And Brennan was like, I legitimately went into a third person view of myself throwing a fist towards this man's face. And I remember my Irish ancestors looking down at me and going, look, you don't drink and you're not religious. You're gonna be violent.
It's so funny. I guess I never thought about that Lee Mulligan. It's a very Irish last name. Because he does not have the accent, obviously. I guess that comes with the drinking and the religion. The slur becomes the accent. Where's Mike?
Where's Mike?
What's the name of this song? It's not bad for like background.
Joseph Merrick Mastodon.
I love
I
Mastodon.
think it's Joseph Merrick. Yeah, just Joseph Merrick by Bastodon, I think. This might not be DMCA. I might have fucked you, Jackson.
What's that?
This might not be DMCA. I might have accidentally fucked you.
Well, it's our session. We're not too worried. I guess we'll find out when it ends. It's
Yeah, I
all
did
right.
a
We can
quick-
do this whole thing again, right?
I did a Google search for this. I was like, "Is this DM?" I just like looked up the release date, and apparently Joseph Merrick is a man who the song was based after, not just the name of the song. So I saw
Sure.
Joseph Merrick, 1862 to 1890, and I was like, "Well, that's over a century ago. Surely
We're
this is
good.
DMCA fine."
Mm-hmm.
But apparently, this song came out in 2004.
Okay. Hmm.
So that might be a problem for you. I apologize.
Wait. It's called Joseph Merrick?
Joseph Merrick.
Yeah, by the fucking band Mastodon. I was gonna say, I know that album. That's from fucking that's from Leviathan. It's the Whale album. I love that fucking album. The acoustic version I don't believe was strummed up by what's his dick. I think maybe, oh god, who's the main fella there? Troy Sanders I think is on bass, but I think Brett Hines is the lead guitarist. I don't believe he did the acoustic version. But yeah, Joseph Merrick, that's the Elephant Man, right? The dude with crazy deformities.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good song. You should listen to it. Like that whole album is fire, especially for like a pirate campaign is concerned. I mean, it's kind of like seaworthy shit. It's dope. Their first like
Pretty good.
proggy.
I've been trying to stick to mostly OSTs and stuff, like game audio, because I know that stuff is in DMCA.
Sure, yeah, that's easy enough.
Have you looked at Michael Gelfie stuff?
I looked at some of his stuff. I couldn't. I have some of his songs saved. I couldn't find anything that I like super liked for a pirate campaign. I think except for Airship Armada, which I do have saved. But most of his stuff seems very like it seems very good for like wide open plains and like typical adventure stuff. Not when it's like
You're
hyper focused on the ocean.
God, what's the name of the guy who made like every Western song? That producer, it's like Stephen Ganacci or something. You know what I'm talking about?
I think so, kind of.
Guy who made every Western song. Oh, Ennio Morricone, that's who it is. He's known for the Good, Bad, and the Ugly, Once Upon a Time, Fistful of Dollars, like crazy talented Italian producer, made like the default Western song. Oh wait, no, that's Dracula. Fuck. Not that one. Yeah. Rattlesnake, fucking every like default desert song, I guess. Yeah, he's done a crazy amount of movies. I don't know where it came from, but like just he struck it rich with spaghetti westerns, which is such a fucking funny name. I think he's the reason why they're called spaghetti westerns, being that he's an Italian fella making western movies. And I think like the shit that like the guy, the Pulp Fiction guy, what's his name?
Tarantino.
Yeah, Tarantino took a lot of influence from the works of Ennio here, because he did like Fistful of Dollars, right? He's like, I want to make a western in my movie, but I only want like 20 minutes of western.
Watch more. I need to watch Django Unchained at some point. But
I do
at
too.
this point watched most of it through YouTube Shorts.
See, man, that's me with Forrest Gump. I have not officially sat down and watched the Forrest Gump movie front to back, but I know for a fact I have seen every single scene 100 times over, either from my family having it on the TV, YouTube Shorts, scenes people have mentioned about. I mean, the damn books have him in every like major like setting in America. Like anything that's ever happened of significance, he's been there or been the influence, and it's funny. But yeah, like I've not seen really any of Django Unchained. I only know like a couple of meme gifs, but obviously I've heard it's amazing.
Yeah, pretty good. I remember watching it like a while ago.
I am roiling in this room, so I'm gonna shut it all down. I'm gonna go to bed.
All right. Be safe.
Good night, gang.
Sleep
night.
well.
Well, how about that? I, for one, am interested to see if I have been DMCA struck or not. We shall see. I hope everyone has a good rest of their night. Has a good, I hope they had a good Thursday. And I hope you have an even better Friday. Catch y'all later, huh?